looks so peaceful from up here. It always does. But it never is. I know, Icaros. I'm tired too. I've met so many people. Archons, kings, and now Isu. They're all the same. Go do this, bring me that, go kill him. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Hello everyone, my name is IntrepidusActual and welcome back to the Intrepidus Initiative. Today, I'm going to be giving you all my final thoughts on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And by final thoughts, I do not mean that I am done with Odyssey. In fact, there is so much more for me to do in terms of the story creation, and I have plans for a New Game Plus run on Nightmare difficulty. But seeing as I've now finished both the main story and all of the DLC, I think it's time that I sit down and give you all my thoughts on the game. Now, I will say that I am extremely biased. I put 200 hours into the game, and that's just a guess off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that's what the number under my save file said last time I was on. I've also been playing Assassin's Creed for years. I've played I have played every single one of them, with the exception of Chronicles India. But with all that out of the way, let's get started. So first things first, how do I feel about the story, the setting, and basically everything that they've changed between Origins and Odyssey. Now, I, for one, absolutely love the setting. Being able to experience the Peloponnesian War is really, it was great. I have a fondness for Peloponnesian War. It came up a lot in some of my classes this last year, and it was nice to be able to see it for myself. And it was a great setting, a great backdrop for all sorts of wacky adventures. Frickin' Socrates. And of course there was all the mythical beasts that we got to murder and rip apples out of. And overall, the journey of Alexios the Eagle Bearer, or Cassandra the Eagle Bearer, I picked Alexios, but you know, character choice. Big part of the game, and probably the best part, because it opened up so many possibilities. For example, when you first meet Nikolaos of Sparta, you can just throw him off a cliff as revenge for him throwing you off a cliff. But if you're like me and you didn't kill him, a couple targets later, at least I think it was a couple targets, it's been a while since I beat the main story. Later down the road, Nikolaos helps you with one of your main missions. And it also gives you the option to kill Stentor. But if you kill Stentor, he also can't help you later because, he'd be dead. Basically, the game gives you plenty of options to just murder everyone. And I really mean everyone. There are so many people important to the main story that you have an option to kill. But if you spare them, chances are they end up helping you later. Except for those two guys at the very beginning when it's teaching you how the combat works, which they did change a little bit. I like that. They changed how combat works a little bit. After they finished teaching you, they gave you the option to kill them or spare them. I spared them because I'm like, nah, it's not that big of a deal. They didn't really do all that much damage. And then they tried to mug me like 10 minutes later. Good times. Now, onto the story itself. It was one hell of a ride. It starts out real simple. You're just a merc. You get hired to go kill the guy. Turns out that guy was your father, but not your biological father. He was just the guy that raised you. And then you spend a whole long time tracking down your mother, going through all sorts of different people that had met her over the years. You finally find her. There's the whole deal with the cult. Your dead sibling is a super weapon, demigod, absolute force of nature. And then from that point forward, you have the option to work your ass off to try to redeem Deimos, which I did. I was really worried the entire time that I had missed a step, but I pulled it off. And holy crap, am I glad, because the ending, the redemption ending, I think is what they call it. You didn't kill any of your extended family. You all get to have a nice family dinner. It was really wholesome. That was probably one of the most wholesome things I've seen in Assassin's Creed in years. And then there's the DLC story. The DLC was amazing. Darius, the Persian who created the first hidden blade, being able to start a family, the option, not being forced to. I know that was a big deal, and I'm not gonna go into it, but I think we can all agree Ubisoft made the right move, by acknowledging that they made a mistake and then correcting it. And that is why I'm gonna take a little tangent here. That's why I respect Ubisoft. They acknowledge when they break things or when they make a mistake. Other companies are not so quick to admit their faults. And then my favorite DLC experience in probably, I don't actually think this might be my new favorite DLC experience. Atlantis. Going through Elysium, the underworld, and then Atlantis at its peak, and seeing what it was like to, being able to experience the relationship between humans and the Isu, and learning how to use the Staff of Hermes Trismegistus you got from Pythagoras, your biological dad, and the absolute nerd who created a squared plus b squared equals c squared. How meaningful. Just the entire thing was great. And then the story behind the staff and the whole thing that goes with it, Alethea, and then Layla getting her hands on it. That cutscene where the Eagle Bearer hands off the staff, that got me in the feels, dude. I don't even like to admit that, but it got me in the feels. This game had so many great moments. I can't go through them all because it would take too long, and this video is already 6 minutes long, but overall, here is the too long didn't read version for if you don't want to listen to me ramble. There's going to be a timestamp in the description. Story, 10 out of 10. Setting, 10 out of 10. Player experience, character building, world building, all that good stuff, 10 out of 10. Overall, this game, solid 10. I am very excited to see where we go next. Personally, I'm hoping for Ireland or Mongolia, but I will have a video explaining that later. I know there's still that Japan theory floating around. I have a lot of videos planned, so stick with me here. But, yeah. So, where do I go from here in terms of my content? Because, as you guys know, I really, really like Assassin's Creed. We're going to start streaming more because we can't make videos as easily during the academic school year, just because I don't have my setup. But I can stream. So keep an eye out for that. I am going to be streaming a little bit before I head back to college, and then I'm going to try to on maybe the weekends. While I'm there, but thank you all very much for sitting through me rambling. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. You know how YouTube works. If you didn't enjoy, fine, your opinion. If you want to see more from us, again, follow us on Twitter. There's a Discord link in the description if you want to really get involved. And with all that out of the way, we hope you enjoyed, and we hope you'll join us again soon. Stay safe out there, guys.
If I were ruler, things would be much, much different. What's that, Icarus? A speech from your new ruler. You! Bring me the biggest bed in Atlantis. You! All the pillows you can find. Tonight, we sleep! For we are very, very tired. We're almost done, Alexios.